Yeah, what's up, guys? Sorry, no timer today. It's gonna be a little bit of a faster stream. Got plans in a little bit, but I wanted to hop on here, go over some stuff. Make sure you guys are prepared. We may do some extra streams this weekend. I have a little bit of free time. We'll see. But how's everybody doing? What's up, Fecker? What's up, Barb? What's up, Bearded? What's up, Joey? What's up, JB? Easy C, welcome to the stream. What's going on? Cubanadian, hey, go enjoy your vacation, bro. Hope you're having a great time, man. Yeah, you guys on the night crew, you guys have been killing that like button. I appreciate it. Yeah, it is weird without the timer. How's you guys trading day? You guys catch in the move? He provided liquidity. What happened? Are you trying to short this? Yeah, this thing's strong, really strong. Okay. Let's start over. Let's get a new. Oh, sorry, my dog. Hold on. Okay. So, something interesting is happening right now. We could possibly be getting a new 4-hour low, which is nice, because right now our 4-hour low is still way down here, which doesn't help with stop losses. But we can go over the price actions today, since if you're having trouble, you're providing liquidity, you're probably trying to short. And the main thing to understand, so what we were talking about yesterday was before the stream last night. Yeah, so we were live last night, like in here somewhere, right? And I was talking to you guys about how in order for the 1 minute to even break bearish, right? The 1 minute time frame, we had to lose 118.099, right? And I believe on the stream we were like here. Let's see what time. It's like, yeah, like 8 o'clock, like here, right? So I was talking about how if this level doesn't break, we're likely coming up to attack the week high. And a lot of times you can tell by structure if like you're getting reversal structure or not, right? So the first thing that would have even looked like a short to me would have been this here. And the reason for that is because you broke structure on the 1 minute, you broke structure. So before we break this up here, before we break this high, let me put a ray here just for some context. So all of this is internal even on the 1 minute, right? Because the 1 minute low is down here. So there's not really any actionable structure break to take a short from, right? Now after we sweep this high this morning, you get like the first thing that would kind of look like a short. But what do I tell you guys, right? Whenever you break structure to the downside in a 4-hour uptrend, you should be getting excited about the possibility of re-breaking that bullish. And there's a couple ways to look at this. So you could look at this on like the 5 minute, right? That the 5 minute breaks, and then the 5 minute breaks back bullish. You get a little bit of a pullback, right? And then you go up. But also understanding what we talked about on yesterday's stream, which is understanding the context of the 15 minute, right? So when we pull this high here, we create a new strong low here, right? So we get that little 5 minute JPOW here, but we don't break 15 minute structure. And as we get closer to the low, you know, we're coming down to mitigate this demand, right? But as we get closer to the low, your risk to reward gets better, right? So if you're looking at like your golden pocket 786 and you're looking to get on the pump, right? You get this structure break here on the 1 minute. So there's a couple ways to take this trade, right? So you can understand that your 15 minute is bullish and that you're coming into some key levels here, that you broke your 1 minute bearish here. So now you're having the opportunity to break back bullish and get long. So you can get long on the break here, coming back up to the highs, and then of course you can leave a runner until structure breaks. You probably close some of it here, but then you can get back in if you're scalping on the 1 minute, right? There's another way to take the trade though, and of course you can just leave runners because it's the 15 minutes bullish, right? But if you're taking the trade on the 15 minute, you can also just like set your trades where you have a good enough risk to reward, right? So if you're looking for like a 2 risk to reward, you know you're in your reversal zone here, you know there's a spider line here, you know that you don't want to be long if this breaks, right? And you're just taking the trade up, right? And your stop loss could even be here now, right, on whatever running you're leaving, because this is now your new 15-minute low. So if this doesn't break, we're attacking this, right? So you're just trying to get on into the trade, and then you're just trailing your stop up with market structure. So the only like acceptable spot I would have seen for you guys to take a short today would have been here. But really, you got to remember, like, if the 15 minutes not breaking, it's just the 5. It's what we talk about, like, when we're in a downtrend, right? When we're in a downtrend, I always tell you guys, hey, look for like a 1 hour structure break if you're going to be counter trend trading long, right? So when you're in an uptrend, you want to look for like a 15-minute, 1 hour break, something substantial. Whereas these breaks should just get you excited for when that structure breaks back bullish, because it creates an opportunity where you're going to have a new what is happening? Hold on. Where you're going to have a new strong low created that then allows you to get long into the pump going back up. Oh, what's up, Alex? How's it going, bro? Yeah, man. Up only. What's up? What's up, Brian? J-Rock, good to see you. Throw a 1 in the chat if this makes sense. How to handle this morning. Yeah, I need to remember that. Thank you. Awesome, guys. Good to see. Okay, so some things to talk about. So we're putting in a new 4 hour low, like I talked about, right? So if this candle closes red and then we come up and break this high, that's an easy stop loss for a 4 hour trade to the all-time high, right? Assuming we don't pull back anymore, right? It's probably a good risk to reward. Let's see. Yeah, it's like a 3 risk to reward. So if you're still on the sidelines, you can wait. If we do stop here and we keep pumping up, it's going to take a while to see if this confirms or not, but you would get a new 4 hour low here. Alternatively, if we're going to see a pullback, let me look if we're... Let me see if we're at any fibs yet here. Okay, so we're at the 786, so we could see a little bit of a pullback here. What would be the sign? So your first caution would be a 15-minute structure break, right? So if you break 119.380, that would be your first caution. Unless you pull this and we get like a nice little J-Pow here, right? That would be a good indication, because that would give us 1 hour too. So if we come up here and pull this high and then pull this low like this, yeah, let me remove some of the stuff here. So what would give me caution would be something like this. Yeah, we could be going to 123, guys. We'll see. What would give me caution is something like this. If we come up and pull this high on the hour and then come back down and close below here, then we may be getting some sort of pullback to grab maybe the liquidity in these lows or to get a deeper pullback. But until you get some structure break, I would say at least 15 minute. I would prefer 1 hour. I would be operating on the assumption that it's just going to continue to go higher, right? We kind of hit our head on this spider line here. We claimed it, came back, back tested it, and off we go, usually to the next one. So that's also like the 1 hour order block here at the highs. So 123.3 is looking good. Makes a lot of sense. I'm glad your channel was recommended to me. Check out. Find a place to hop on long, learn from your stream, and made a decent trade today. Thank you. Yo, jeez, I love it, man. Thank you, man. Thanks for saying that. Yeah, I know I talk fast, and a lot of times I question. That's why I always ask you guys to throw ones in the chat. So, thank you for letting me know that it clicked with you, man. That's awesome. It's really awesome. Okay, so if we don't pull this high though, then your 1 hour low is still down here, right? And there's some support on the way down here. I mean, this did get mitigated, but if we came down and lost this, you would want to look for some sort of retrace to take the short. But again, this would be the acceptable short that I would see, or an SFP break of structure here. But keep in mind it's counter trend, so you're just looking for like these lows, right? You're not looking for the Hail Mary short, because your 4 hour structure is bullish, right? So shorts are most likely going to fail and just be liquidity for longs. But it does give you the opportunity, if the 1 hour breaks bearishly, that means that at some point the 1 hour will break back bullishly, and that would be an amazing trade, because then you're entering on your 1 hour matching your 4 hour, matching your weekly, and you likely can leave a runner up to take this week high. So bearish breaks in an uptrend, just like bullish breaks in a downtrend, should be opportunities to re-enter into the trend. And then you can just use 15-minute to ride your way up using fibs as well, as long as it doesn't break. This morning was a perfect example of like range, initiate, mitigate, continuation, right? What's up, Mortimer? Good to see you, bro. All right, guys, awesome. Well, do you guys have any questions on Bitcoin, or do you guys have anything you guys struggled with today? Anything you guys want to talk about? Let me know. I'm gonna get some water real quick. Certainly not from trading crypto, bro. What highs are we now targeting for Bitcoin? So the weekly is targeting the all-time high. It's a weekly week high. Like I said, guys, something to be aware of, right? Just be aware. So we'll have to wait and see, Joey. So the logical place you can target right now is this high. Obviously, if we could blow past that, right? So you can take your a deviation. I would say if we durably get above like 130-ish, then we can go higher. But more important, like just to be aware. So we had our daily break of structure in here, right? So I was kind of talking about this the other day. This is not to scare you guys, just to make you guys aware, right? So if we SFP this, or if we just tap this order block here and start going down, I would need to like significant proof here. So I would need like a 4 hour bearish break. But if we get like a 4 hour bearish break at the highs here with this break of structure here, this does look like distribution. So just something to be aware of, right? Like we was talking about, what I'd really like to see is a monthly close above this deviation level, above 118. Which we are currently above right now, but the month just started, right? Because we had these rejection wicks here. The weekly did give us the confirmation, which is nice, but the 2 week didn't give us that confirmation. Even a 2 week close above 118.750 would be nice, and would let me know it's likely that, you know, Pumptober's on. So halfway through the month, maybe we'll have a better idea. But yeah, we just want to see it get up here, and we want to see it push through with volume and close aggressively higher. Like we want to see something like this. Like that would be great to let it to go up towards like that. It's 140, 150K targets. Yeah, I would say a 2 week close above 118.700, I'd be pretty convinced that we're going higher. That like this is not just because like the concern, and not really a concern, right? But something to be aware of is the possibility that this is just a deviation above this range, and maybe we come back down before we go higher, right? But I would say that's pretty unlikely at this point, but it's just something to be aware of with how these close, because the daily is still technically bearish. Internally, we had this bullish break, but since we didn't take this low here, the strong high is still up here. But I'm pretty bullish. But we are at the 786, right? So understand that a pullback here is fine, it's healthy, and we can go from there. Yeah, Joey. I mean, guys, it's just 4-hour structure, right? I mean, 4-hour structure breaks bearish, we dump. 4-hour structure breaks bullish, we pump. 4-hour structure breaks bearish, we dump. 4-hour structure breaks bullish, we pump, right? 4-hour structure breaks bullish, we pump, right? So we get faked out once here on news, right? You get one fake out. But guys, this is why I always tell you guys, like at the beginning of the stream, Bitcoin is guilty until proven innocent. Bitcoin is innocent until proven guilty. Because if you guys are trading with the 4-hour structure, you guys are much more likely to be profitable. Really. Like, as soon as the 4-hour flips bullish, you can take your 5-minute bullish breaks, you can take your degen time frame break of structures, and you can leave runners and you can make a bunch of money. Because you want to be in for these moves. You don't want to be in for this garbage. You want to be in for these moves. If you were looking to hop long right now, what would you be looking for? That's a good question. Let's take a look. So we are hitting like these order block support here. So you have your 15-minute strong low here. Do we have any bearish time frames to look at structurally? One second. No, we don't. I would say it's very likely if we're going to go down, we SFP this high, just because structurally our strong low is down here. So I would like to see something like this if we do come down. But right now, even on your 2-minute time frame, your strong low is at 119,300. So if you wanted to get long on this, let's see. So if we grab the liquidity in these lows, I like this area here. We didn't mitigate. If we come down here, that's like a 2-to-1 trade to the SFP of the highs. I like kind of something like this. You have your spider line here to protect you as well. The problem is we don't have any, or yeah, we do. Okay, yeah, so we would, no, that's internal. Yeah, we don't have any real structure to help you, so you would just have to take the trade. It's kind of like on the stream yesterday, right? Kind of like how when our strong low was right here, right? You just let it come down to discount, and you just take the trade, ride it up to the high. That would be kind of the, if you really wanted to take a long, that would be the trade. Alternatively, we have a breakout of this high, which would create a new 4-hour low as well. This is kind of the trade I was talking about earlier. If you break this, stop loss, let's see, what's that? Yeah. Stop loss here, targeting all-time high. Or all-time high. It's like a 3-to-1. Yeah. So one of these two trades is what I would take if you're really bullish right now. Otherwise, if you're waiting, you just wait for one of the time frames to break bearish and then break back bullish again. What's up, Ricky Spanish? Good to see you, bro. Alright, guys. Well, I do have to go soon, but I will do 2 altcoins here. I will look at Sol and I'll look at ETH. Maybe they have better signals for us. Let me check. Do we have any actionable structure on that? Okay, man, that's so crazy. We don't on there either. So our strong low on ETH is down here as well. Yeah, I mean, I like an SFP of the high. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, if ETH comes below 44.27, then you're looking at a possibility of a bigger pullback. But right now, it looks pretty good. I also like this 4-hour order block. Kind of right at that SFP level. So we could see like an SFP of this low into this demand. It's also like a decision block here. And then a break. Yeah, I mean, let's look at the daily. Okay, so we are hitting a little bit of supply here. And then we have a order block here. Let's see. Kind of in no man's land here. Yeah, not really made it to the 786 yet, but we are hitting this order block, so that kind of makes sense for a little bit of a pullback. Yeah, I would just watch for structure breaks. Like this is 15-minute and 5-minute. So if you close below this, let's give a more like definite number. If you close below like 4,400 again, you're likely getting a pullback, probably coming for the liquidity in like this low, right? At least this low. At least 43.34. But otherwise, if you're just like SFPing this into demand and then reclaiming the range, you're likely coming up to take this. I mean, you're likely coming up to take this now, in my opinion, but we'll see. We will see. Yeah, it looks good. So, like we were talking about on ETH, right? We kind of went over this yesterday, right? But I was telling you guys, wait for the 4-hour structure break. You get the structure break, you pull back to your decision block, and off you go. I think there was like a 15-minute structure break down here. So if there's any coins that are lagging behind, the formula is the same, right? Find out where the 4-hour strong high is, break that, look for a pullback, look for a 15-minute structure break. So you break your 15-minute bearish, and then you set up to break it bullish. You put your stop loss below the low, and you let that one ride. Just watching structure right now on all these coins. Let's look at Sol. Alright, so Sol made it to the sell box here. Alright, could see. Man, Sol broke 4-hour structure and just screamed to the upside. So we were talking about. I saw Barb, you took this trade, right, yesterday? This 15-minute continuation trade here. Nicely done, bro. Nicely done. Okay, so Sol has given us a little bit of a clue. So Sol looks a little more bearish than everything else. So we hit our sell box, we got our bullish break, and now we've broken the 15-minute bearish. We get kind of a rejection from supply. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we might have to pull back a little bit. Let's see if we confirmed outside. So, yeah, about 2 minutes. Yeah, we might pull back a little bit, guys. If Sol is going to give us a clue, we might pull back a little bit. We're kind of in our sell zones. We hit the 786 on Bitcoin. It makes sense to pull back here, so be careful in your longs. I would watch to see if this closes below 231.40. It would give you a little bit more of a bias, but what does this do, right? This creates an opportunity for us to see, maybe out of this demand, where Sol comes down and breaks bullish again, and that'll give you the re-entry into the uptrend. Yeah, be careful, guys. So we may range deviate here, but we'll have to wait and see. Did we pull this low? Yeah, it might just be a liquidity grab. We'll see. Because Bitcoin and ETH look like they need to come pull this at the highs, but Sol does look a bit bearish. And just like the previous pullback, right? Sol gave you the clue with this SFP break of structure on the daily. But hey, we hit the target. We hit the sell target, which is nice. Yeah, I do like this decision block here, but we might need to come pull this little triple. We might need to come grab this wick here, like 222, but we'll see. We kind of have a nice little order block area around like 224. We have a support level, but this is really going to depend on if we hold here or not, which happens in about 30 seconds. Alright guys, well, sorry the stream isn't as long as normal and I'm not going over all the altcoins and it was a little bit rushed. I'm just going out tonight and I wanted to make sure you guys are prepared for the weekend before heading out. So, as always, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Thanks for hitting that like button, I appreciate it. I'll try to squeeze another stream in either tomorrow or Saturday. Sounds doable. I have some free time. Make sure you join the free... Oh, hold on. Let me put that in the chat. I'm sure most of you guys are already in it. Let's see. Join the free Discord. Doesn't cost you anything. We talk trading in there all day. Yeah, make sure you rewatch at least the beginning to the Moon the Bitcoin stuff. But my name is Wave Cipher. Much love, guys. Trade safe. Wave Cipher out. Take care.